Hi, my name is Allison Bechtold, and I am your child's math teacher this year. And I wanted to take this time to introduce myself to you. This is my 14th year teaching here at Norwin, and I have been lucky enough to teach at Hillcrest for all of those years. I have taught 6th grade, and now I'm currently teaching 5th grade, and I very much love teaching math. Some of your children have me for their homeroom teacher, and some of the kids on our team have Mrs. Janoff or Mrs. Champ. So if your child has me for homeroom, I have a few things to share with you that's just specific to our homeroom, and then I'll get into math. Here is the daily schedule for the kids who are in my homeroom. So each morning when the kids come into school, they start their day with me, and we just get ready for the day. If they have any questions they need to ask any of the teachers, we can take care of that during that time. And then the homeroom bell and a Pledge of Allegiance and all that starts around 8 o'clock. At 8 to 9:30 roughly, they stay with me, and that's where we have our accelerated math block. After math is over, the kids get their materials and they head to Mrs. Champ's room for science and social studies. Each day, roughly around 11 o'clock, our kids go to lunch. And after lunch, they always have a special. So on days 1 and 2, it's always gym, 3 and 4 music, 5 and 6 art. On days 1 through 4, they have ER, that's right after their special. And on days 5 and 6, they have a double special. They have art and library, and then art and then technology. They end their day learning-wise with Mrs. Janoff for ELA. And then they all come back to me around 2:22 to pack up for the day. Now, things are a little bit different this year, so they are, the car riders then start to leave roughly around 2:25 or 2:30. But the kids who are still with me until 2:50 when our bus dismissal starts, it's a great time of the day to get help from any of us 3 teachers or to start any homework assignments that they have. This year, any notes that are brought in for early dismissals, absences, anything directed to any of the 3 teachers, they can give to me or they can put in this main office folder that's in my room on the front ledge. Lunch money though, and if your child is ever bringing in lunch money, that money goes straight to lunch when they go down, and they just pay our cafeteria workers when they are buying their lunch. This is my classroom. So here's a few pictures, and I know they're a little small, so a little hard to see, but this top picture is if you were walking into our classroom. So we do have lockers in our room, and each kid has their own locker, and then there are desks that are currently 6 feet apart from each other. And I have a big Promethean board in the front of the room that we're new to Norwin this year, and we've been using these a lot. The kids, if you can see, they have their own area to keep all of their supplies. And then we work together in here on the front board and at each desk. So just a picture of my room. Now I have a couple items to talk to you about: virtual days, iPads, and masks. So the virtual days, each child right now has 3 virtual days and 2 in-person days. So on the virtual days, the assignments will be posted from us, from their 3 teachers, Mrs. Janoff, Mrs. Champ, and I, and the assignments will be posted on their first virtual day and must be completed before returning to school. And for the blue group, that is on Monday, and the gold group, that's on Thursday. So the blue group, your first assignment will be posted on Wednesday. You'll have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to do that work, and then bring it back to us on Monday. And the gold group, your first assignment will be posted on Monday, and you'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to finish it, and it's due on Thursday. So Mrs. Janoff and Mrs. Champ, when you watch their open house video, they are each going to talk about iPads, and the other one will talk about masks. So for virtual days, our goal is just that they will get their materials and have 3 days to complete those assignments at their convenience. So let's talk about math. This year we will work through 16 topics. So your child will end up getting 2 different books. Currently they have the first volume, and in these 2 books, there's roughly 8 topics in the first book and then 8 topics in the second book. The skills that are in the 5th grade curriculum are place value, operations of whole numbers, decimals, and fractions, measurement and data, operations with algebraic thinking, and we end the year with geometry. So currently we have just practiced place value with whole numbers and decimals, and we are starting our first topic of a few for operations with whole numbers and decimals. Now, we did talk about this in the last slide as well, but there are 2 volumes. So your child, I'm not sure that you've always seen it because in the elementary school, they rip the pages out, but in 5th grade, we keep the book in one piece. So they will get their first volume, they have their first volume, they will get their second volume roughly around January. We do not rip those pages out, we keep the book intact and the kids just bring it home, school, home, school. They can obviously write in it, which is an awesome little addition to the math book. And they also have a binder that has 2 sections. One is labeled journal and the other is labeled worksheets. And on the next slide, I'll explain that. So the math journal is just a worksheet that I pass out and we complete together in class. This is something that it has the specific steps or strategies to solve the skills we're working on that day. The journal then kind of will be completed by us together, and then they can have it with them during class and at home. I feel that the journal is even more important this year since they can use this as a resource to help them with homework and their online learning when they're not with me. So a typical class looks like this when they are at school with me. We will start each day by reviewing the homework or the 3 virtual days, and we'll complete a warm-up to practice skills that we've already learned. We will then start each lesson. So for example, if we were doing lesson 1-1, topic 1, lesson 1, we will complete the solve and share, which is the first page in the lesson. We will then introduce the new skill, which is the second page in the lesson, and this is also the place where I would pass out the journal entry. We will break our lesson into a 2 with by model, where 2, I will teach the students, and it will be a whole group teacher-led portion of the lesson. The next part would be the small group partner practice. And the final part would be the individual practice where they can do something independently and show me that they understand the skill. Based on how they do on that individual practice, I would then do workstations or small group activities where they would be able to complete an activity to meet their needs. And this might be independent, small group, or with a teacher. Thank you so much for watching this video and learning about my class. I've enjoyed getting to know your children and excited for the rest of our year. Have a great day. Bye.